You may be losing job opportunities in voiceover, not because of your demos, not because of your voice, not because of your website, but because of your email. So in this video, I want to show you how to instantly look more professional when it comes to your emails, both the content of your emails and your actual email address itself. Okay, right off the top, I want to tell you that if your email ends in Gmail or Yahoo or AOL or any of those free platforms for email, that right there is one of the biggest things you can change right off the bat. I like to say that any Yahoo can get a Yahoo address. So what you want to do is you want your domain name and your email to be the same. So instead of, Mike Hathcote voiceovers at Gmail, you want that to be something like, Mike at mikehathcote.com. You see how it's connected to my domain name. Now, if for some reason you don't have a website yet, you still can buy the domain name and the associated email even before you build your website. Then, of course, when it's time to build your website, you can go ahead and build your website and you'll already have your email and domain name tied together. That one little change just in your email address is going to make you look way more professional and not like a hobbyist. And by the way, email addresses nowadays are super cheap. A lot of them will come with a domain name when you buy your domain name, or they will have an add-on when you first go and check out for your domain name. So they're not hard to get, they're not expensive, and they make you look so much more pro. And if you're new here, my name is Mike Hathcote. I'm a full-time voice actor. I run the VoiceOver Blueprint training program and the YouTube channel here, where our goal is to give you actionable insights and tips for absolutely free just to help grow and maintain your voiceover business. And if you want to dive a little deeper into voiceover, maybe you're just starting or haven't even started yet and you want to find out more about being a professional voice actor, then I host a weekly webinar on Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific time where you can learn the steps to get into voiceover. You can ask me questions live on the call. I also go over some mistakes that you could possibly make in your career getting started. So click on that link down in the description and pin comment, and you can sign up for free. And just for signing up, I'm going to throw in a copy of my book, The VoiceOver Blueprint. And that's going to be the digital PDF as well as the audiobook, plus 4 free additional gifts just for showing up. So once again, down in the description below, I'll see you there. Okay, before we get into more fixes for your email, first you need to realize what's happening right at the beginning. And the first is that if you just think that sounding good is all that matters in voiceover, that is very far from the truth. There's so much that goes into your professional appearance more than just your demos and the way you sound. Like it or not, you are being judged before someone even plays your demo. And that's things like your email address, the body of your email, which I'll get to in a minute. But all those things the client or potential client sees first before they actually see your website and your demos. Your demos may be very solid. You may have some good credits on your website. But if you look like a beginner, even though you're not, that's as far as the client is going to go. You're also creating more friction for the client. So if it's messy, if they have to, kind of figure out what you're trying to say in the email because it's messed up, that is going to create more time that they have to spend to learn more about you. And ain't nobody got time for that. And that's why what I'm about to tell you matters so much, because it's really all about trust, not just email. If that potential client can't trust you right out of the gate to be able to deliver your project on time and professionally, then you've already lost. Okay, we already talked about having the email address be tied to your domain name. And here's an example. Here in Phoenix, I drive around all the time and I see work trucks out there, that are very professional looking. They've got, wraps, professional wraps and logos and stuff on them. But if they've got a Gmail account versus whatever their domain name is, I kind of go, really, guys, couldn't you spend the extra couple of bucks to get a real email address versus a Gmail? It's just that perception of professionalism. Let's talk about the body of your emails. This should be very basic for most people, but you would be amazed at how many times I get emails from people. Maybe it's people who are upcoming voice actors who are trying to, learn more and they reach out for help. And their emails are just filled with just run-on sentences and no capitalization and punctuation and no formatting. It's just a big blob of words, no email signature. All those things scream amateur. So before someone even is going to get to your website or your demos, you need to impress them with the way you speak to them first. People are very busy, and they also have very short attention spans. And if they open up an email and it's just crazy formatting and it doesn't look professional, they're just going to delete it. So what you want is you want to keep it short and sweet. You want to get to the point. You want, short paragraphs, definitely proper punctuation and capitalization, good grammar. I mean, it doesn't have to be, perfect as far as, you're not an English teacher, but make sure that it's generally professional and formatted correctly. Here's the big shift. When you send out your emails, and by the way, email marketing is how most full-time working voice actors create their business. Sure, it's nice to be on platforms and stuff, but most of the actors that you're going to see out there are going to be doing their main marketing via email. So that's why this is so important. But you're not just sending emails. You're actually showing clients what it might be like to work with you if they were to hire you. So be clear, be calm, be confident, and be easy to respond to. You can even ask them a question in the body of the email at some point. That will psychologically kind of prompt them to hopefully reply back. And then as far as your signature, you don't have to put in, graphics or anything like that. You can if you want to, but just a simple, your name, your website, and maybe some social media links. That's really all you need in your signature. That, once again, will be much more professional. And by the way, this is something we're going to go much deeper into on Tuesday night's webinar. We're going to talk all about marketing and how to get out there and start getting the work. So once again, if you want to click that link in the description and pin comment, sign up for free and get a copy of the book, The VoiceOver Blueprint, just for showing up. So I hope this video has kind of demystified the whole email process. If you can't afford it yet, that's fine. You can still use your Gmail, but really, unless you have a website and good demos, you shouldn't really be doing much emailing anyway, because if you're on some of the platforms, the casting sites, there's no need for email because there's a messaging system built in to all those platforms. But once you have a demo or demos and a good website and you start doing your email marketing, get a professional domain connected email address and keep the bodies of your emails very professional, attention to detail. That is your first impression. Well, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Thank you for being here once again. If these videos tickle your fancy, then feel free to hit the like and subscribe and notification bell. That's the best way to help us here on our little YouTube channel. And if you have any questions about an email, drop those down below, or anything else for that matter. I do read and answer all the comments in these videos. Earlier, I mentioned websites and why you have to have a website before you do direct marketing. So if you want to find out what should be included in your website and maybe what should not be included in your website, I did a full video on that, and you can check it out right about there.